set to clash yet again.
Yeah, we're going to see some added effort and intensity, and don't be surprised if it gets a little chippy.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams in at the center position. Now Leonard, following the miss by John Morant from deep. Leonard against Jackson. Here's Morant, and Morant throws it down.
And how about that display of athleticism by Morant, flying up in the air for the jam.
Westbrook, and Covington gets it to go on the assist from Westbrook.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Morant with it. Leonard picks him up on the wing. Brooks. The three from Morant. It's the rebound, and Adams kicks to Brooks. Shoots the three. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. It's George on the wing, guarded by Bane. Takes it out to Covington. Off target from three-point range. Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Well, Greg, with this Memphis Grizzlies team, you like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, Teron Lue and I had a few minutes to share. He's confident in their ability to win the battle of the low post. That's where he'd like to see most of the action take place. Kevin, I think we can expect them to pound the ball down low every chance they get. Let their big men go to work.
Thank you, David. Now, here is George. And then George with the jam.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Morant kicks to Jackson. Westbrook with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Morant with it. Now Covington defending. They get the rebound. And Adams with the slam.
The motor right now for Steven Adams is humming on the glass, getting after it.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Stolen by Brooks. Bane passes to Adams. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Adams has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Zubac. Takes it out to Leonard. Off target with his three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Memphis.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast breaks.
Now, here's Bane. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, Adams with the make-them-pay mentality right here from the free throw line.
For Memphis, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy. Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive play.
Well, Paul George demonstrating how elite he can be. It's a little tricky that time. I love it.
Here's Morant. Out to Brooks. Adams trying to free himself up. Brooks misses.
Well, the D's so tight on him, and it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
And Adams has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Leonard with the steal. Outside, George. 55 seconds left in the first. Pass to Zubac. Shot clock at 5. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Morant with a wide-open look. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
A confident shooter. When Morant sees an opportunity to pull up, he does not pass it up.
A nice shot by George.
And it's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Bain releases, and Memphis turns it over again.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, body and control isn't just for your shampoo at home. It's right there in Russell Westbrook. He gets fouled and still converts.
Here's Morant. He gets it up.
And can you not love the tenacity of Leonard, one of the best defenders to enter the...
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Clippers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be right back after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
Well, in the early goings, the mid-range shot has also been working well for them. They've been racking up some points off of those jumpers, and those are probably being invited.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the 1. George passes to Covington. Stolen by Jackson. Bain with it. George picks him up. And here's Brooks from outside. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers in the lead. Outside Leonard. Pass to Covington. Back to Leonard. Fires for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Leonard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
You know, it seems like we're seeing more teams, Brent, use zone defense these days. Not too long ago, zone was almost non-existent in the league.
Well, Kevin, you couldn't play zone. Even though there were zone principles in man-to-man defense, it used to be an illegal defense to set up in a 2-3 zone that you see teams doing nowadays. I'm very interested if the league does, in fact, do away with illegal defense and allow coaches to use whatever defensive scheme they need to do to slow up their opposition. It might do something in terms of producing more shots so we don't get stagnation with just threes all the time. We'll see if that happens.
What a deft pass by Morant. He finds a wide open man as quickly as anybody in our league.
Covington setting the pick for George. And he drives in. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And it's Covington atop the key. George against Bain. George, no good. Memphis trailing here.
And when you look at Paul George, I mean, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
PG exchanged for 2 future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And in that massive trade to LA, the Thunder got SGA, a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on.
And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. Plumlee with a screen on Morant to the middle. Plumlee in the post. Adams on him. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Well, such a big body, Plumlee does possess explosive verticality and then, of course, a power finish.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Jackson Jr. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Near the three-point line, it's Morris.
2 minutes remain in the first half.
Here's Highland. Guarded by Morant. Highland's shot is good. 1:51 left to play in the first half. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Now here's Gordon. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Just 5 to shoot. Highland passes to Gordon. Driving to the basket. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Great concentration from Eric Gordon, who caps off the drive with the basket.
Here's Morant. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Adams' shot is good. LA's gone 1 or 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And the pass to Plumlee. Pass to Highland. Lets the 3 fly. And another 3 for the Clippers.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Bain with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Bain on the follow.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Here's Highland. He has 5. Shoots it. Morris passes to Highland. Just 5 on the clock. Out to Morris. Stolen by Jackson. Now here's Morant. Tight defense on him. Jackson passes to Bain. Lets it go from deep.
And Powell giving great effort here defensively.
Thanks for the great interview, David.
Your Clipper, 28. The Grizzlies, 27.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. They've got Norman Powell, Plumlee out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Gordon, and it's Highland in at the point. And the wide open shot from Morris bangs home the trifecta. Morris has got the first points to start out the third quarter for Los Angeles.
And you just look at what Marcus Morris has done in his career.
Well, such a solid forward in the game right now, averaging over double digits in the last 8 years, but it's been that expansion and the fact that he can step behind the three-point line and be as deadly as he's been the past couple seasons. It's been a remarkable, consistent offensive production for his career.
And the one thing about Morris, it doesn't scare you from beyond the arc, but you still have to account for him.
Offensive rebound, Jackson. Brooks with no one around. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Brooks has got 5 points so far.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
And Morant throws it down.
Well, Morant is certainly making his presence felt on offense. He's in total attack mode.
Bain against Gordon. Morris with the screen for Gordon. And the 3 off target. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Passes it to Adams. For the lead. And he sinks the layup. 8 points for him.
And a lot of times Adams only looks to shoot from that area on the floor. Really knows the limitations in his range.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. The Clippers trail. Westbrook finds George. Covington a screen on Bain. Here's George. Look at that.
How about the handles of a guy like Paul George at his size being able to rip around and has total confidence in his ability to score.
Now here's Bain. It's deflected. Here's Morant. Another shot out to Brooks. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Pulls from the top of the key. The shot off that time, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Zubac with the screen for George, and he's good on the three ball. And now a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Nobody near George. And it's George again missing. Pass to Morant. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. The three-pointer, no good. Clippers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. George dishes to Leonard. And the rejection by Jackson. And Brooks, here we go. Now, here's Morant for 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Morant's got 19 points. And so here are the Clippers. It's a 1-point game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
George against Bain. And that one's good. George has got 15 points.
Love to see PG getting into that zone, committed to find the points.
Morant passes to Jackson. And the rejection by Zubac. They retain possession. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Morant against Westbrook. Kicks to Covington. In the corner, George with it. Los Angeles calls timeout.
Go wild. Make it up. Time to get a free t-shirt. Fans, put your hands together for your Clippers.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. A 3 from Leonard. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams is... Now Morant. Westbrook with the steal. John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Grizzlies. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for Memphis to start the 4th. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the 5. Now here's Leonard. Covington passes to Leonard. And Adams sends it back.
And Steven Adams just throwing that one out of the way.
Leonard kicks to Westbrook. 4 on the clock. And here's George for three. And again, no good by the Clippers. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Jackson with it. Westbrook picks him up. Outside for Jackson. It's hauled in by the Clippers. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Leonard finds George. Back to Leonard. Beyond the arc. Drills the three-pointer. Leonard's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Consistent shooter from all 3 levels. Kawhi Leonard, the first option they typically look for, and for very good reason.
Now here's Jackson. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Covington's got his 4th rebound in this one. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Westbrook. And Adams sends it back. Leonard with the steal. George looking over the floor. Covington passes to Zubac. George against Bain. Back to Zubac. The kick out to Westbrook. Outside Leonard. The pass to George. 5 to shoot. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Steven Adams did not like that at all.
You think about the growth of Kawhi Leonard's game, where in the first few seasons had very few assists as a playmaker, and now it's a key part of his game.
Now here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
And sometimes as a point guard, you gotta take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There you respect the decision-making from him out there. Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
And Morant throws it down.
A true leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up when it matters most.
Covington kicks to Leonard. Covington a screen on Morant. Leonard dishes to Covington.
Remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And Adams sends it back. Here's Brooks. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. They get Russell Westbrook.
Brooks knows what's at stake here. No time to panic. Just give this everything you've got.
And so he was good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
Yeah, critical that he's able to convert there. Now they've taken the lead.
Westbrook passes to Zubac. And Adams sends it back. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. It's Morant with the drop. And then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Covington a screen on Bain. Releases. Off the left rim and out. Memphis leading by 3. Stolen by George. To the paint. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but true contact. He'll head to the line. Steven Adams picks one up.
And make no mistake, Westbrook loves the spotlight, especially when it's a very close game.
1:11 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Morant outside. On the wing, Bain. Brooks outside. Like at 6. Good.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Here's Westbrook. It's in. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And he's been demanding the ball in these situations. Westbrook with a chance to put this team away.
34 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Back to Morant. Driving in. Count.
A huge shot from Morant. Wow. You see why they put the ball in his hands in those situations.
Now, here is George. Leonard looking over the floor. Right side, George. Covington with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Leonard with no one around. Misses the tray. Outside Westbrook. This would tie it. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. So a close...
I smack clowns with mad style.
Who say does that?
And as is the case, most nights we've got a lot of talent in the backcourt for both of these squads, Clark.
Yeah, there's so many outstanding shot makers and playmakers in the backcourts across the league. I do believe it is clearly a guards league these days. All of these guys can light it up and will light you up. So clearly a shooters league is what you see most of now.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. Westbrook against Conley. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. Outside Edwards. Out to the right wing. And stolen by Covington. McDaniels against Leonard. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Graham.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
Now here's Edwards. Leonard pulls down the board.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Pass to Covington. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Leonard on the wing. The 3 ball. No luck on that one. And Minnesota will come the other way. Here's Conley. And he banks in the layup.
Now, this is just too easy for Conley. The D can't allow him to get this close to the basket.
Out to Leonard. Edwards against George. Plumlee, a screen on Edwards. For 3, George. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Conley with the ball. Picked up by Plumlee. Now here's George. Plumlee, a screen on Edwards. Leonard for 3. Offensive rebound. Back to George. Here's the 3. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Conley passes to Towns. Gobert against Plumlee. Outside Edwards. Outside Conley. Back to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Outside McDaniels. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Towns. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Well, you got to respect and admire the focus of Towns. I mean, he just doesn't get rattled. He just stays with it, embraces the challenge, and keeps coming.
And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals. But without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of. It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
To the wing, right side.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
From deep, it's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. George has got 5 points. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
Yeah, we got to talk about how pestering they've been on defense, forcing turnovers and finding ways to score off them.
Here's George after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Conley against Westbrook. Here's Towns. Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
How about this combo, guys? Part super athlete, part contortionist. Towns continues to impress.
Leonard on the wing. Back to Westbrook. Pass to Covington. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. That's tipped. Towns passes to McDaniels. Back to Towns from outside the arc. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great anticipation off the missed shot.
Oh, his timing was impeccable.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
And Covington, here we go. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Driving in. Pass to Towns. Oh, George with a steal. Fires for 3. Out left to the wing. Leonard outside. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Give him 8.
That may not be his first choice, but Kawhi's not going to pass it up if it's there for him. Good decision to take the quick jumper off the catch. Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
And so it's Kawhi.
And your Clippers U15. Here we go,
And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
On the court for Minnesota, Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point. The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Now here's Towns. Right side McDaniels. Back to Gobert. The kick out to Conley. Oh, it misses. Had a chance to tie it. Leonard against Conley. Leonard passes to Covington. Leonard outside. Pass to Plumlee. It's George on the wing. Shot clock at 3. That one drops. 3 for 6 now.
Really strong right there. George able to take the contact and muscle it up and in.
Outside Edwards. No good on the shot. Ooh, solid D from Leonard. Here's George. He drives in. And the jam by George.
That was just a sick move by George. He's a legendary schooler when it comes to taking the defense to task. One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Westbrook finds George. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's Edwards on the take. Kept alive. McDaniels passes to Gobert. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting on Robert Covington.
And the stifle tower makes his presence felt on the offensive end. He's really developed an array of moves on the interior.
And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. Granted, it's a shooter's league, and we're seeing more and more big men float out to the perimeter and knocking them down.
Well, B.A., the game has evolved, and the shooting, particularly from the bigs, is fantastic. But, you know, I wish the bigs had a little bit more diversity. I don't mind shooting from the perimeter, but every once in a while, go mix it up and take advantage of your size mismatch in the paint.
Gordon, the pass to Zubats. Here's Highland. He's guarded by Conley. Oh, and another three for the Clippers.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Outside Conley. Pass to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
This is Gobert going to work. I mean, he knows the inside contact can't stop him.
Zubats with a screen on Conley. Highland. And stolen by Edwards. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Here's McDaniels. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. And now just a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Offensive rebound. The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. The kick out to Conley. Pass to Gobert. Morris against Towns. Back to Gobert. All alone. Buries the jump shot. Gobert's got 6 here in the quarter.
Towns showing you his unselfishness there, willing to give up the rock if his teammate has something a little better.
And it's slammed in by Zubats.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Here's Highland. He has 6. Gordon outside. It's Powell on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. From the top of the key. Takes one from 10 feet. That one rolls around and rims out. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. And Edwards slams it in.
On the front foot, attacking the defense. This is Anthony Edwards at his best.
Morris outside. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Here's Towns. Second chance effort. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Towns has got 8.
Making the most of that possession. Unwilling to give up on the play.
And the first half comes to a
With the score, your Clippers, 29, the Timberwolves, 28.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. Then it's Norman Powell. Then there's Eric Gordon. And it's Highland in at the 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Something you can't put a price tag on, the Minnesota Timberwolves gained last season. Playoff experience, young guys getting accustomed to the crucible of postseason play. Extremely valuable.
So, Clark, would you say playoff experience also raises your regular season play?
I don't think there's any question about it, B.A. I never had a chance in my short career to play in the playoffs.
Power at home!
Oh, wow! Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Morris, a screen on Conley. Highland from outside, off the mark. The Timberwolves trail. Edwards finds Towns for the lead, and it's finished off by Gobert as he lays it in. Give him 8.
And for Gobert, his offense continues to catch up with the elite defense. He's becoming a legitimate two-way threat.
Pass to Morris. Gordon outside. Back to Morris. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
One of the league's better floor generals, really over the last decade. Conley plays with an old-school pass-first mindset.
Los Angeles has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Westbrook against Conley. Outside Covington. Covington, a screen on McDaniels. Here's Leonard. McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota in the lead. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
Westbrook, the pass to George. Picked by Covington. They need this. Back to George. The shot won't fall. And Minnesota the other way with it now.
Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert, a main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defensive aid.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 4 in this third quarter. Perfect so far. Conley passes to McDaniels. Edwards with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. Over to the wing, and they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
Clippers ball.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Back to Westbrook. Picked by Covington. From downtown, and the three-pointer goes. Covington's got his first 3 points of the game.
The three-point stroke of Robert Covington is really a thing of beauty. You can't let him get loose from the outside. He's dangerous.
Down. That's good.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Assistant, Jaden McDaniels.
George against Edwards. Now here's George, tightly guarded. Six to shoot. Covington, a screen on Edwards. For three, George. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. It's Edwards with a drive. And Edwards slams it in.
We've got liftoff here, folks. Once Edwards sprints past the defense, it is an absolute wrap.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their second winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success.
So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game, but I think it's really the intangibles, building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
George outside. Over to the left wing. Plumlee passes to Covington. Covington, a screen on Edwards. George with it. Towns covering. Westbrook outside. Pass to Leonard. Takes the three. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Conley on the attack. Lays it up and banks it in. And it's an 8-point Minnesota lead.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
George passes to Plumlee. Back to George. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Stolen by Conley. Pass to Gobert. Left side, Edwards. With the drive, and Edwards slams it in.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And so it's Minnesota ending the quarter up 10. They've done a great job. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court for the Timberwolves. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot. Los Angeles has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Westbrook, the pass to Plumlee. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, if you want consistency at the 5 spot, Mason Plumlee is a good player to have in the rotation.
Could not agree with you more, B.A. A consummate professional and extremely hard worker. Rebounds at a high level, and he is one of the best playmaking centers in the NBA.
Edwards, the pass to Towns. Back to Edwards. Oh, George with a steal. Pass to Plumlee. Out to Covington. Back to Plumlee. And stolen by Gobert. Conley with the ball. He's picked up by Westbrook. George against McDaniels. Conley goes in. Back to Daniels. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line could be the next best thing.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Leonard for 3. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist.
You know, when you're open on Westbrook's team, he makes sure to find you. He's a selfless distributor.
Edwards finds Towns. Out to the wing. And it's stolen by Plumlee. To the inside. And Westbrook slams it home.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
George passes to Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Unreal play to take on the contact and get it to go.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
The Clippers have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the 4th. Outside Covington. The 3 is up. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
This has been fun to watch. I mean, they've managed to go on a run just when it looked like this might be over.
And what a huge injection of energy they got here in crunch time. Suddenly, they're an offensive juggernaut.
Westbrook right side. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. The game now all tied up. Westbrook's got 4 points now in the quarter.
No quit, no dying in Westbrook. He's coming until the horn says 0.
McDaniels finds Towns. Another shot. Gobert, that's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Huge bucket from Gobert, answering the call when his team needs it.
Westbrook, pass to Covington. George outside. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
Oh, in pressure moments, he's a guy you trust to make big shots.
Here's Edwards. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
The team counts so much on Edwards for an awful lot. Going to the well again here.
And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
George passes to Westbrook. We played just Just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Out to Covington. The three is up. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Westbrook's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Covington passes to Westbrook. 1:06 left in the game. George against Edwards. Clock at 4. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, this is a tough moment, even for George. But it's a chance to show us he's got ice in his veins.
And so he drops them both. And it's a 2-point ball game.
Huge free throws right there. He's able to put them on top of those makes.
Edwards.
Yeah! And talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Leonard outside. High post Plumlee. Westbrook, the pass to Plumlee. McDaniels with the rebound. So it's Minnesota now. Pass to Gobert. Oh, and there's the whistle. And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their coach's challenge. Asking for a review. This could be a big call.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up.
The ruling is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
During that last break, Coach Iamsolid had some advice for the team. He told them this is a game that we can win. It's a game we should win. We've matched those guys step for step. From this point forward, let's try to force them to play at our tempo.
Allie, thank you. And Gobert with a block.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Timeout called. The Clippers. They're down by 3. There's 6 seconds left in the fourth. Your thoughts, guys?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
Let's make some noise. We are the Sixth Man.
There's 6 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Back to Leonard. So it's a narrow victory for the Timberwolves, pulling it out for the W. And this was an emotional...
I smack clowns with mad style.
Both these teams are very dangerous shooting the ball.
Which is an absolute pleasure for you and I and the fans. Offense obviously sells tickets. To me, the interesting point, which defense is able to step up and make a difference tonight?
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Memphis. Here's Morant. Oh!
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Gobert the pass to Edwards. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Steven Adams did not like that at all.
Oh, give me a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
Morant dishes to Brooks. Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. And here are the Timberwolves.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. Alive right now.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And then Morant slams it in.
And you got to close off those avenues to Morant. Once he gets in one, he is focused on dropping the hammer. And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip. Can play big inside and play big outside. Does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair. Well, Anthony Edwards has the kind of frame and skill set that can make him a force. But it all comes down to paying the price and putting in the work now.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
The kick out to Towns. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
Well, the very definition of a modern NBA big. You've got to shoot with range. Karl Anthony Towns, yes, sir.
Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
Edwards passes to McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniel.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Brooks misses. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Edwards. The rebound by Steven Adams.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
Here's Jackson. It's good.
A point who knows his role. Ja loves setting guys up, always looking to pass it.
Edwards inside, guarded by Bain. Shot by McDaniels, no good. Memphis has gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Here's Brooks. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks. Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Edwards can't hit. Grizzlies have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. On the wing, Brooks. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Brooks has got 5 points so far.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
McDaniels kicks to Towns. Conley against Morant. Stolen by Jackson. Morant.
And the rugged toughness of Morant. Excellent at fighting through there and capitalizing in style.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball. Looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
From deep, Brooks. A rebound by the Timberwolves. And a and Minnesota will turn it over.
Memphis ball.
Memphis with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run. Moran kicks to Jackson. And it's Brooks in the corner. Jackson setting the pick here for Brooks. Back to Jackson. Bain passes to Morant. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. The offensive rebound. Towns, no luck.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Grizzlies out in front. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot. Timberwolves trail by 7. Kicks to Edwards. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Boy, when you look at Anthony Edwards' frame, it is pro-ready right now. That upper body strength, the ability to play through contact, the and one. Yes, sir.
Up top, Adams. Morant scanning the floor. Can't hit that one. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. And something you always hear about Jaden McDaniels, Doris, is how effortless he makes the game look.
Kev, when I watch this guy play, I feel like he glides through an NBA game. There's a finesse that you don't necessarily see from players his size. He's a handful on the low block. This young man is brimming with potential.
Conley kicks to Towns. Pass to McDaniels. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Edwards. And oh, what a play. He just palms the block. Brooks with no one around. And again, Memphis no good.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
And Towns gets it to go.
Well, we're talking 6'11", 240-plus pounds. If Karl Anthony Towns carves out space in the paint, good night.
And then Morant slams it in.
And that's impressive. Morant's ball control and take charge attitude is what makes him so special.
Back to Edwards. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Jaren Jackson. The Timberwolves have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. We know the league's cracking down on those dangerous plays that risk a player's health. Why was that less of a focus when you play?
That's a great question. I think it's smarter to approach the game this way. We don't want to have unnecessary injury because of guys maybe just taking it a little too far with the physicality.
Conley, the pass to McDaniels. It's stolen by Adams. Edwards against Bain. They get it again. Adams hits the layup after the sweep pump fake to freeze the D. And now a 7-point Grizzly lead for Minnesota. They've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
And then Morant slams it in.
And you're just asking to get burned when you give Morant a lane, using that speed to his advantage. How about that? Flying high to send that one down. And you know what? When you've got the athleticism and explosion of a player like that, bigger guys are still at your mercy.
Out to Brooks. Stolen by McDaniels. Conley, the pass to McDaniels, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 4th assist in this one.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys.
Oh! You got to be kidding.
Well, Morant is certainly making his presence felt on offense. He's in total attack mode.
And Edwards with the stuff.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Morant dishes to Jackson. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Out to Conley. Outside, Towns. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota. But out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
4-on-3 break. Here's Edwards, and he goes big with the dunk right over Jaren Jackson.
Boy, Anthony Edwards showing you that I've got the handle, I've got the strength off the dribble drive, pretty move.
Bain, no good. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 10-2 run here, and Edwards with the stuff. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Jackson passes to Morant. 17 seconds left to play here in the half. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Steven Adams will leave no doubt when he's near the cup.
McDaniels kicks to Edwards. And there's the drive. Conley for 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Thanks so much, David. We'll step away briefly, but... And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, this guy, he plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams in at the 5. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Hands it from downtown.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Bucket is good. Edwards got 23 points.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Morant drives in. Here's Adams. Gobert with the defensive effort. It's Gobert with the ball for Minnesota. A 2-point game. A shot by McDaniels, no good. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Towns dishes to McDaniels and finished off by McDaniels.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Here's Conley. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Morant with the steal. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. And he can't jam it through. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Conley finds Edwards. And the rejection by Jackson. Shot by McDaniels, no good. And for Memphis, they're shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Bain against Towns. Now, here's Bain. Not a lot of room and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's his first trip to the line. Free throw good, Bain. And Bain drops them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Conley with the 3. Out to Edwards. The 3 ball. The 3-pointer is right on target. Edwards got 7 points here in this quarter.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
Here's Bain. Here's Morant. They get it back. Outside, Bain. Morant passes to Bain. There's the triple. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. He gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Jackson kicks to Bain. Jackson passes to Brooks. Shoots over McDaniel. Out to Morant. Brooks outside. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Adams, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Here's Conley. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Edwards. There's the drive. And Edwards with the stuff.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. Up top, Morant. Covered by Conley. And it's Morant missing.
Just a cold shooting night. Needs to try to make it into the basket.
Conley, the pass to Towns. On the wing, Bain. Edwards defending. Bain kicks to Morant. Jackson a screen on Conley. There's the pass to Adams. Off the mark, and the drought continues. 2-for-1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Towns, no luck. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Passes it to Jackson. It's tipped. Gobert the pass to Towns. Finished off the break. Towns has got the lead up to 7 now for Minnesota.
So this is where the freakish length of Rudy Gobert, so effective at reaching in and prying the ball away from the opposition.
Here's Jackson. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. And his big game just And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the 1.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high-usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
Conley with it, guarded now by Jackson. And Gobert gets to Conley. kept alive Minnesota. Gobert dishes to Towns, and he goes big with the tap right over Ja Morant.
Wow, the size and speed of Towns, a natural-born highlight reel.
Jackson passes to Adams. Now Morant, covered by Conley. Outside, Bain. 6 on the shot clock. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Anthony Edwards is a load to handle as a defender. This guy's got the frame and the skill to make it very difficult.
And so he makes both from the line.
And he's given them a good contribution at the line tonight, getting there a lot and delivering on his opportunities.
And a wide open look for Bain. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Edwards. That one good for 2. Edwards got 4 points in the quarter.
Taking the contact in the NBA, such a critical skill. Anthony Edwards, the frame and the game.
Bain for 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. Edwards drives in, and Edwards with the stuff.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. In the corner, it's Bain. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. And Gobert with the basket on the assist from Conley.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Count the basket.
Well, that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
Timberwolves leading by 11. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Offline with his 3. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Memphis. Brooks kicks to Jackson. Back to Brooks. Pass to Bain. Into the lane. Brooks, left side. Here's Morant. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 13 with that. Oh!
Boy, you love his toughness. You can tell that this young guy cares. The game is important to Karl Anthony Towns.
Morant passes to Jackson. Gobert with the block. And now here comes Conley leading the break. McDaniels kicks to Gobert. Out to Conley. Over in the corner, Edwards. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Edwards got 38 points.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Timberwolves.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Anthony Edwards.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
And Morant throws it down.
How about the handles from the young fella? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Here's McDaniels driving the lane. The rebound by Steven Adams. It's Morant with the drive. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one is on Towns. That's good from Morant.
Already embracing his role as a leader on this team. Morant brings a strong work ethic and winning mentality to this team.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Back to Edwards. Here he goes. And Edwards with the stuff.
He's carried this team to this lead on his back, handling almost all the scoring duties.
Outside for Jackson. Outside, Bain. And here's Brooks from outside. Connects from three-point range.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
And so the Timberwolves take the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.
I smack clowns with mad style.
too about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purist.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Westbrook in at the one. And it's Morant missing.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Pass to Morris. And here's Zubac. Brooks defending. Brooks against Zubac. Adams comes with a double. Clock at 6. Back to Zubac. Grizzlies with the rebound.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Morant into the lane. The three from Bain. That shot off. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
The D has to know where PG is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter.
And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul. Outside Morant. Morant with the slam!
As creative as they come, John Morant has a style that's specifically his.
And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did, and a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA.
Drops in the three. Leonard's got 5.
Looking at his percentages over the years, Kawhi is an elite three-point shooter. I think Leonard deserves more credit for that.
And it's Morant missing.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
The three-pointer off the mark.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
The 3 from Bain. It's rebounded by Morris.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Adams. Pass to George. Grizzlies with the rebound. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Brooks from outside. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback.
Can't teach size and strength. Once Adams gets position, you're not rooting him out of there.
Out to Leonard. Zubac inside. Adams covering. Pass to George. Morris, a screen on Bain. George for 3. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 4 rebounds now. Brooks finds Morant. Going inside. And here's Adams. Here's Brooks. Outside Morant. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Good athlete, 37-inch vertical. Brooks aggressive above the rim. Dylan Brooks has had one heck of a start to his career. He's a solid rotational player.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Morant. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Russell Westbrook.
How can you not love a player like Ja Morant? Came into the NBA ready to prove himself and just keeps getting better.
As for Dylan Brooks, he's the glue that holds these guys together, Smitty.
No doubt, B.A., he's their emotional leader on this team. He can take over games at times offensively. He is really the heartbeat of this club.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Los Angeles has gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. Up top, Westbrook. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Moran against Westbrook. Back to Brooks. Outside Moran. Jackson on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Jack's up a 3. Morant, no good. Leonard outside. Pass to Morris. 4-3. Sends it home from three-point land. Morris has got his second basket of the night.
Nice pass by Kawhi Leonard. You can tell he's been working on his playmaking.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. They have...
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies youth dance team.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that hot.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front.
Oh my goodness!
What a play!
A guy who can lull you to sleep and then burst right past you. Ja Morant on the attack.
Westbrook, the pass to Morris. Such a wide open look. Morris has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
You really have to question the defensive effort on that possession.
They are getting buried tonight with plays like that one, allowing too much space for a good shooter.
On the wing, Bane. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bane's got his first basket of the night.
Great footwork for Bane, finding his opening.
Westbrook against Morant. Kicks it to George. This one for 3. Morris outside. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. On the wing, Brooks. Pounded by Westbrook. Here's Morant. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Both Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
Westbrook, the pass to George. Down low. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
In just one college year, Jaren Jackson averaged 3 blocks a game. He has that potential at this level.
The Clippers have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Here's George. No luck on that one. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. Memphis trailing here. Brooks, the pass to Adams. Brooks outside. Pass to Jackson. And here's Morant outside. The offensive rebound.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Now here's Zubac. Here's Leonard. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Leonard's got 7 points.
What concentration from Kawhi Leonard, rising up and firing it.
Morant.
And then Morant with the jam. Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. Well, as you know, Grant, this game can be so hard on your body. As a player, how do you determine the difference between being hurt versus being injured?
That's a great question, B.A. Look, sometimes as players, you need someone to protect them from themselves. Today's game, the teams today are so smart about protecting players and preventing things from getting worse. But it really comes down to the players, the doctors, the team overall, just being smart and having a big picture about the injuries.
Bane against George, driving to the basket, and George with the jam.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Bane against George. Bane, the pass to Brooks. 18 feet out. Rebound by the Clippers. They've led by as many as 11. 1:14 left in the first half of this game. To the paint. Kicks it to George. Pass to Leonard. Just 4 to shoot. Back to George. For 3, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And it's a completely new group for the Clippers.
Substitution on the court.
The Grizzlies have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. And here's Morant outside. Plumlee pulls down the board.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
And yep, it's good. And it's an 8-point Clipper lead.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Morant, the pass to Bane. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
This is what I like about John Morant. He stays open to all options. Right there finds the open man.
Here's Highland, pounded by Morant. Lets the 3 fly. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. And it's stolen by Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
And so it's Los Angeles. Appreciate it, Allie.
22. The Clippers, 48.
As we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Bane and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Taylor Jenkins.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Oh, and Jackson with the block. Gordon against Bane to the inside. Now here's Morant. Tight defense on him. 6 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Second half getting started. About a minute played. For 3, Gordon. And they'll get another chance. There's the 3. And the basket by Highland. 5 points in the game.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Morant with it, guarded by Covington. There's Jackson with the 3. He buries it from 3.
Answering back with a 3 of his own, Jackson has a calmness to his game, but he's a competitor.
To the middle. Here's Plumlee. Oh, my goodness!
Watch out. And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Outside Covington fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Adams has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. And the dunk by Jackson.
You like how Adams surveys the whole floor, allowing him to spot the wide open man.
Jackson gets the bucket.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Timeout called, the Clippers. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. Payne against George. Payne, the pass to Morant. Doesn't go for him. And Los Angeles the other way now. They've led by as many as 11. Brooks against Leonard. And it's blocked.
On the block shot, Dillon won't beat you with length, but he does have good lift off the floor.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul. First team foul.
He's off on the first.
At the line for your Grizzlies, Steven Adams.
And he sinks the second. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Morris, a screen on Payne. For 3, George. Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
Capable of flat out torching you. Once PG-13 gets into a groove, watch out.
Knocks it down from distance.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
And as Westbrook gets older, he's indicated that he's not looking to change how he plays, Grant.
And that can be a double-edged sword, B.A. You love his aggression and confidence, but you wonder how his game will hold up as his athleticism goes.
Russell Westbrook's ranks on the all-time list are incredible. He's in the top 100 for points, rebounds, assists, and steals. And don't forget, he's a triple-double king.
Zubac passes to Leonard. Zubac, screen, fires from deep. Leonard, that one's good. Leonard's got 10 points.
The decision-making of Leonard could have hit the roller, but already had the shot he wanted.
And with Westbrook, is there anyone you could see breaking his triple-double record?
I think Luka Doncic has a chance. He's already in the top 10 on that list and has a long career ahead of him. I remember thinking no one would break Oscar's record, but Russell did it.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
Here's Westbrook. Morris finds Leonard. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And the layup falls. Brooks has got his third basket on the night right there.
Getting hit on that shot there, but Dillon's girth allows him to play right through it.
Westbrook, the pass to Morris. It's George on the wing. Pass to Zubac. Here's Westbrook. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
This speaks to Westbrook's high level of awareness. Understands when one of his guys is wide open.
The 3 from Payne. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
Oh, Brooks with the steal. Baseline try. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third. Both teams putting up some.
Please give a big round of applause.
And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. So, on the floor for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court, and it's Westbrook in at the point guard position.
You know what I like about Steven Adams is his intangibles. He's enthusiastic, he's a leader by example, and he's a role model for the younger players.
And the shot is good by Westbrook.
Assisted by Zubac.
Memphis trailing here. Left side, Morant. Jackson outside. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. And And a jam by George.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well versed in finishing above the rim.
From deep three-point range. And another miss by Memphis.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Zubac's shot is off. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Morant, the pass to Jackson. Looking to get back on track. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
This guy is exciting to watch. Morant gets up and dunks it.
George outside. Zubac screen. George passes to Leonard. Beyond the arc. Zubac's shot is off. For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. And it's Morant missing. The Clippers in the lead. Pass to George. Zubac with a screen on Bane. George passes to Zubac. He's got a clear path. Brooks with it. He's picked up by Westbrook. And it's Brooks missing. The Clippers have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Leonard against Brooks. Now Westbrook. Oh, he tries a three. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time.
3 points.
And the Clippers lead by 12.
Be careful when Westbrook is knocking down those consistently. Watch out, because that means there's nothing he can't do.
And that one's good. Morant.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
And stolen by Morant. Into the lane. And then Morant with the dunk.
Now you see him, now you don't. There's only a few players that are faster with the ball than John Morant.
George outside. Westbrook right side. From the arc. The Clippers rebound. George outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Zubac passes to George. Tries again. Zubac's shot is off.
Easy chance for mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
And we've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Bane. Top of the key. Here's Morant. Soft touch off the glass. Now just a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
Every team needs a closer in the clutch. Morant proving he's that guy.
Zubac passes to George. And stolen by Bane. There's the triple. Paul George pulls it in.
Low percentage shot from long range. Terrible decision, especially when you still have a chance to win this.
Zubac screen. George passes to Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Brooks from outside. And it's in. And now they trail by just 4.
A big shot maker in college. Brooks has proven his value in the biggest moment.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Desmond Bane. That's his first foul of the game. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Tremendous confidence in himself. Russ able to get space and knock down a big one.
Outside Bane. Pass to Brooks. Shoots over Westbrook. Off the left rim and out. Kicks it out to Jackson. Launches it. So it's the Clippers picking up the win. All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Steve.
Smack clowns with mad style.
Here we go.
So the Timberwolves win the tip. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Plumlee out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. Now here's Edwards. Pass to Towns. Over to the left wing. Just 5 to shoot. Conley kicks to Towns. Gobert trying to get open, and Towns the bucket on the assist by Conley. A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
And here's Edwards after Paul George getting his 3 to go. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Outside Edwards. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
And Edwards drops them both.
Part of the lean years in Los Angeles, I was there, unfortunately. It's incredible to see that this franchise has become a better winning percentage team than the Lakers in the past decade.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
With the crossover, Edwards drives in, and Edwards with the stuff.
You can't let Edwards get in the lane. Outstanding at using that burst of speed on the drive.
From deep, George. Minnesota with the rebound. And Brent, that Clippers turnaround. Did you see that coming?
I mean, not in this way, Kevin. Certainly, it's been a lot of outside factors that have gotten the Clippers to this point. But with the ownership and the enthusiasm behind what the owner brings to the table and wanting to make this team viable, they're in position to make some great noise if they find their health. So healthy for the league to have 2 teams in LA that can be this good.
Takes the 3. A nice shot by McDaniel.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
George against Edwards. George passes to Leonard. Stolen by McDaniels. The finish. And Edwards with the stuff.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
George way outside. An absolute bomb from 3-point range.
Yeah, Paul George, no problem pulling up well behind the 3-point line to knock him down.
Conley dishes to Edwards. Back to Conley. That one doesn't drop. Plumlee with some nice D. Clippers trail by 4. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Conley the pass to Towns. Plumlee with the rebound.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Now here's George. He has 6. Plumlee sets the pick for Leonard. A 3-pointer off the mark. Minnesota leading by 4. Edwards finds Towns. Out to Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
An agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
George against Edwards. Here's Plumlee. Gobert with the defensive effort. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on an 11-3 run right now. And finished off by McDaniel.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Now here's Westbrook. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Leonard kicks to George. Shot clock at 6. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. The shot's good from Plumlee.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. George up top. Edwards defending. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Anthony Edwards.
You look at the massive hauls that have been received in the trades with Paul George. That should tell you how valuable PG is. A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Here's Edwards. Takes it inside and finished off by Edwards.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
And so it's the Minnesota. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
These guys have been so quick off the dribble, finding great lanes to attack and getting themselves to the basket.
Well, whether the defense is inviting these shots or not, they've been great in the mid-range. And so producing from there, that bodes well.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. The wing pairing.
Okay.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
And finished off by Westbrook.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
So it's the Timberwolves now. The Clippers getting the bucket. And it's sent back by Plumlee.
Showing good shot blocking skills at times. Plumlee gets all of that one.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 7-point differential. Leonard with no one around. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. You could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA.
McDaniels with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Right side Leonard. Down low. Westbrook dishes to Leonard. It's George on the wing. Over by Conley. Covington a screen on Conley. Back to Leonard. From deep. It's rebounded by Towns.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. That's a bad miscue. You can't give up looks like that all game long.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
Westbrook feeling it out a bit. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And the call on the shot that sends it into the line.
And really, whatever your take on Russell Westbrook is now, you can't deny his place in NBA history. Voted as one of the NBA's top 75 players of all time.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubats is checked in for Plumlee. Amir Coffey comes in for Robert Covington. Powell, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Mann subbed in for Paul George. A nice shot by McDaniel.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, it is impossible to argue against Westbrook belonging to that top 75 players list, isn't it?
It really is, Kevin. I mean, his career numbers and accomplishments speak for themselves. A very unique player, easily one of the best during his prime.
Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Mann. it to Zubats. That shot, no good. Gobert with the defensive effort. Conley, the pass to Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
And that's just too easy for Towns. You allow him to get that deep in the paint, and he's going to punish you.
To halt the run, and with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Mann.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. And the Clippers making a change here. Island's checked in. 1:11 left here in the second. And Edwards with the stuff.
And how much do you love to see a guy with the skill and the nerve to pull off that reverse?
Well, you know, Greg, if it was any other player, it might be surprising. But he is just so good.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed and getting out on it.
Outside, Towns. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And you got to like Towns being assertive there. When he plays like this, it really makes the defenders uncomfortable.
And he's good on the second. Clippers trail by 11. 43 seconds left in the first half of the game. They get it back to the left wing. Mann passes to Morris. For the three. Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got it back down to within single digits for Los Angeles. Conley kicks to McDaniel. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Clippers have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Mann. Edwards defending. Five on the clock. Here's Mann. Misses the three. And so it's Minnesota going into the... Okay, David, much appreciated.
41. The Clippers. 31.
We've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
2 big men inside. Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And home court advantage can give teams a huge lift. Greg, how different is it playing in front of the hometown fans?
It's huge. I mean, they give you energy. You don't want to let them down, so you tend to dig a little deeper when you're playing at home.
Timberwolves leading by 13. Edwards finds McDaniel. Out to Edwards. Three-pointer. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Now, here's Zubats. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Highland passes to Mann. And he makes good on the layup.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. 6 for 6. He's got the miss from the field.
Yeah, and Conley just makes the game fun. Able to shoot, but focused on also facilitating for teammates. And for years, Mike Conley had an interesting title. The best player to never make an all-star game. Well, that changed in 2021 when Conley was named an all-star.
Here's Mann. He's got 8. Launches a 3. Here's Zubats. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
Towns kicks to McDaniels. Towns, the pass to Conley. Here's Edwards, and then jammed down as he goes right over Ivica Zubac.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
For Mike Conley, year 13 was lucky for him, going to that first All-Star game.
And that was the longest wait ever to become an All-Star. Conley, 33 at the time of that first selection, just shows you the work ethic of Mike, always trying to improve. And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Westbrook with it. Conley picks him up. The shot by George, wide open. And again, it's the Clippers missing. It's Gobert with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And finished off by Edwards.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Knocked away. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Los Angeles ball. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. Outside Leonard. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Now, here is George. He's got 8. Hey, right here. Plumlee in the post, defended by Gobert. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Here's Conley. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. There's the feed to Gobert. And that one is off. Plumlee with some nice D. Outside, George. Baseline try. Plumlee, no luck. Minnesota leading by 17. Here's Edwards into the lane. And finished off by Edwards.
And how about the athleticism from Edwards rocketing off the drive there for the slam.
Edwards against George. Covington setting the pick for George for 3. Doesn't go that time. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Pass to Towns from deep three-point range from beyond the arc and then some. Towns has got 14 points.
And never lacking confidence from deep. Some big men have to develop that confidence. Towns has always had it.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Plumlee sets the pick for Leonard. Nailed from three-point land. 8 points for him. Edwards looking it over. And here's Conley outside.
Multiple defensive positions is why Covington has the value.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Minnesota leading by 19. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Plumlee out there with Robert Covington. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard. And good that time.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Leonard on the wing. McDaniels defending. The tray. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And Edwards with the stuff.
And once Edwards gets a step on you, it's likely to be a bucket or a foul or both.
The three from George. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Edwards. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And this is Edwards' game. When he's aggressive in trying to score, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
So he gets them both.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Now, here's Westbrook. Covington wide open. He fires. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Assisted.
And it's 8 points for Robert Covington.
And Russell right now playing heads up, looking for guys.
Conley gets the bucket. I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past, just keep evolving as a team.
A shot by McDaniels, no good. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Leonard the pass to Plumlee. Plumlee with the screen. And here's Leonard from 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Conley kicks to McDaniels. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's George for 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Jacks up a 3. Uncovered. Gobert. And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
Now here's Covington. Back to Westbrook. He tries for 3. He can't get that one. Timberwolves go the other way with it. Edwards finds Conley. Banked in off the glass. 8 points for Mike Conley.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Westbrook against Conley. Westbrook, no good.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Now the pass to McDaniels. Here's Gobert. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Minnesota.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Anthony Edwards.
This was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Here's Westbrook after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Covington setting the pick for George. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And it's George missing.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well,
that was something else.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And here's George for 3. And it's George again missing. Now Conley. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
Smack clowns with mad style.
this matchup, RJ. These are two teams that can score with the best of them.
Yeah, each side are going to have their hands full on defense. Look, both sides need to bring the intensity to try and disrupt the offensive flow any way they can.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Payne and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point guard. Now here's Brooks. Off target from outside. Here's Edwards. Drives to the hoop. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity, and he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
And, man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans. Going up for the graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant. Now here's Morant. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Here's Conley. And he buries his first look.
Now this is just too easy for Conley. The D can't allow him to get this close to the basket.
For Memphis, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. And then Morant with the dunk.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, he'll take it.
A one-handed tomahawk, that's a guaranteed highlight, B.A.
Check out the bench. They flew out of their seats after that. Adams finds Jackson. No good. Good work defensively by Towns. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Back to Daniels. Launches a 3. The shot that time not on target. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Three-pointer Brooks. Towns with a rebound. It's Edwards with a drive from deep. Conley. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Just an aggressive move by Gobert, protecting the possession and getting the second chance look.
Here's Morant. And it's Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. Two important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Now here's Edwards. Oh, yes!
Whoa.
Throw it down!
Oh! They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend. Every night, Ja Morant has a hard job to do. He draws the opponent's toughest defender in each game they play. That's how talented of a scorer he is.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Well, you talk about the D Morant has to face, yet he finds a way to get the best of most of those matchups, Richard.
He's got a very advanced offensive skill set. He can score off the bounce, he can spot up. Depending on who's guarding him, Ja can adapt and find any weakness.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
And it's slammed in by Adams.
And whenever Adams is aggressive on offense, it helps big time, especially when he's dunking it hard inside.
The kick out to Edwards. Oh, the swat by Adams. Payne with it. Looking for his first basket, still in this one. Tipped. Edwards with it.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
And it's Brooks missing. Minnesota's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. The kick out to Edwards. Here's Towns, defended by Jackson. And Conley gets it to go. The assist by Towns. Conley's got his second basket.
Look at the toughness from Conley. He's seen a lot in this league and won't go down easy. Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Here's Edwards, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Inside.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. And Edwards slams it in.
Yeah, we've seen Conley do this forever, running the point with precision.
Here's Bain. And he makes it on the layup.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
From deep. And that's not gonna go. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves closing out the quarter with a 7-point. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves. Minnesota in the lead. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Well, Richard, you had a long playing career. When you think of the great leaders you were around, what are some of the common threads?
I think one of the common threads are the guys that work the hardest expect the most from their teammates. That's something that I've always seen be very, very consistent with leaders, because leaders, especially leaders of men in professional sports, you have to lead by example.
And Edwards slams it in.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Morant, the pass to Adams. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Edwards. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Bain. Memphis trailing here. Pass to Morant. Back to Brooks. Outside Morant. And a job Morant with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And for the Timberwolves, their shooting continues to impress. 65% from the field. Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And this is why Gobert shoots a high percentage, because he looks to finish with strength inside.
Brooks finds Bain. Now Brooks. Boy, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
You just gotta love watching a big man hustle on the glass. This is what his team expects and needs from him.
Earning his money on the interior tonight. That's a nice move.
Here's Morant. McDaniels with the rebound.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
It's Edwards with a drive. And Edwards slams it in.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
And Edwards slams it in.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly. Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
The kick out to Edwards. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Desmond Bain.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Both good from the line that time. The Grizzlies have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Here's Morant driving inside. Morant with the slam!
He'll put you on your heels in a hurry. Morant slicing through the D.
Edwards can't hit.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Count that one. Morant's got 16 points for Minnesota. They've gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. Towns passes to McDaniels. Conley against Morant. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
It's been all about Ja tonight. Can score in so many different ways.
Pass to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tunk, PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
The explosiveness of Morant is just incredible. His motor and work ethic are both tremendous as well.
And Morant drops them both. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first half of basketball. And Edwards slams it in.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. And it's Brooks missing. For Minnesota, they've gotten 7 of their first 9 shots to drop during the second. And Edwards, here we go. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
Making his presence known with that swat. Jackson Jr. understands when to go after.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Shooting from Memphis, Dylan.
That one's no good. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A. Keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged. Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Graham, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. He can't get that one to fall. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Towns for 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Ah, the versatility of Towns. Unleashing his outside game and presenting all sorts of problems for the defense. Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. The kick out to Edwards. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Edwards has got 34 points.
This is who Towns is, an unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the news.
Get ready for the Jabberwocky!
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
On the court for the Grizzlies. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Morant. Jackson the screen. Morant the pass to Jackson. Outside for Morant. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Here's McDaniels. Outside Conley. From behind the arc. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Adams. Now off the inbound. And it's powered home by Towns.
I'll tell you what, that cat was strong and physical. Woo, I'm not sure how you can effectively stop Towns around the basket.
And Towns' three-pointer is elite, but some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. That's the bottom line. Just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Now here's Towns. He's got 5. Gobert with a screen on Morant. Conley with the ball. He's picked up by Adams. And Gobert with the stuff.
And just so mobile at his size. Once Gobert sets the screen, he rolls hard to the right spot.
Pass to Adams. Jackson for 3. Morant against Conley. Kicks it out to Jackson. Payne, the pass to Morant. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from deep. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Edwards with it. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Back to Daniels. The kick out to Conley. Pass to Towns. Back to Conley. Let's go with a 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Left side Bane. Fires the 3. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Morant with the slam!
He gets a lot of defensive attention, but Morant, he can expect this type of rough scene anytime he takes it inside.
Outside Edwards. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
First one falls for him.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Anthony.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. For Memphis, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Three-pointer, Brooks. Good, and the setup by Morant.
One of the most dynamic passers to enter this league in a while. Morant, this man is in full control of the offense.
Edwards can't hit.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Come on. If you're going to go for the crazy dunk, you better finish it.
And Edwards slams it in.
You live for nights like this when it's all working and the rim looks so huge.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
The defense tries to stop Conley with the foul, but he shows great poise and manages to get it off.
And Conley drops them both. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. From deep, Morant. Rebound, Minnesota. McDaniels got his 4th rebound in this one. And Edwards puts up a deep 3. And they get it back. Conley passes to McDaniels. Back to Conley.
Grizzlies foul. Dylan Brooks. First personal foul. Third team foul.
Free throw drops for Conley.
They're one of the best leaders in the NBA. This team loves having Mike Conley in their locker room.
Memphis has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Brooks outside. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 5 rebounds tonight. Down low. McDaniels lays it up and in off the pretty assist. McDaniels got 5 now.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling and is going to put his foot on the pedal.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Third personal foul. Fourth team foul.
No good on the free throw.
At the line for Minnesota, Anthony Edwards.
And the second free throw is good. 43 seconds left in the third. And it's Morant off the drive. And then Morant with the dunk.
When Morant drives, he is just so difficult to stop. His agility, that's what makes beating the D look so easy.
Here's Towns, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower? He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
From deep, Morant. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves, ending the period up by a staggering 23 points.
Your Timberwolves
and with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Here's Morant. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Oh, my goodness! How about that?
The agility, the athleticism. Morant sometimes, I don't know, he just seems unstoppable.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for Minnesota? To the middle. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Bain finds Brooks. Sinks the tray.
In order to create effective spacing, you need enough guys on the floor that can hit from downtown.
Pass to Edwards. Conley against Morant. And here's Conley. The kick out to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Fourth personal foul. First team foul.
And he makes the first.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards.
And both free throws good for Edwards. If they're going to go on a run, Grant, there's no better time than right now.
You're so right, B.A. I think they definitely expected a closer game than this. Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
It's Edwards on the wing. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. Here's Brooks. Drives to the hoop. Here's Morant. And another basket for Memphis.
What a confident shot by Morant. Gets the hot pass and puts it right up.
And stolen by Bain. On the break. And then Morant with the jam.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Conley passes to Towns. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Noel's checked in. For Memphis, they've gotten off to a perfect 5 for 5 so far in the fourth. Pass to Jackson. Driving in. Good. And the setup by Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist in this one.
Such a forceful drive by Jackson Jr. Defense doesn't want to get in his way.
Edwards, a pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Now Towns. 3-pointer. It's McDaniels on the wing. It's McDaniels on the wing. 5 to shoot. Adams grabs the miss.
There wasn't a lot of resistance there at the rim. He just tricked off a little bunny.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now.
Come to me.
Morant against Towns. Kicks it out to Jackson. From deep, Morant. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Heave that one up there and hope for the best. Nothing wrong with that. Morant, sometimes you just got to rely on your talent.
And it's good. 2 points. Noel's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Morant. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video.
The previous play is under a gray area in a lot of these calls, but at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he still peed.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, I had a chance to find out what Taylor Jenkins was discussing with his players. He was not pleased with the team's focus, saying, quote, "We're being flat out reckless. We have to settle down and tighten things up. No more turnovers." Guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. Free throw good, Edwards. Memphis has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Here's Morant. The shot, no good. And Minnesota the other way with it now. Earlier they held a 23-point lead. Pass to Noel. Outside McDaniels. On the take. Back to Noel. Puts up a 3. Here's Gobert. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 4 rebounds now.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Timberwolves.
Absolute fireworks display. High-scoring game. They were unstoppable, Grant.
Yeah, just relentless from start to finish. And the pace was furious. Ultimately, they wore out the other team.
And what a huge performance it was for Anthony Edwards.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. Edwards is doubled. To the inside. Outside McDaniels. Shoots. Here's Gobert. Out to the right wing. Towns for 3. Connects from downtown. And the Timberwolves lead by 17.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
To the paint. Kicks it out to Jackson. The 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
Jaden McDaniel. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Pass to Towns. Back to Daniels. Right wing. Edwards against Bain. Down to 5 on the shot clock. On the wing, Noel. The 3. And it's Bain with the rebound. Let's go with a 3. It doesn't go for him. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. Boy, they were something. Allie, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight.
Smack clowns with mad style.
go.